Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and I have a Humble bundle, and wow, it's been a long time since the last one, and the good news is, not only is this bundle good, but in recent news, Humble also announced they were taking a step back from their idiotic changing of the sliders thing, so the Humble we know and love is going to stay the Humble we know and love. So if you got no idea what I'm talking about here, Humble Bundle is basically a collection of stuff. In this case, it is royalty-free RPG game development assets around a common theme, in this case, obviously, role-playing games. You decide how your money is allocated between charity, Humble, the publisher, and if you so choose, and thanks so much if you do, to support Game From Scratch. It's broken down into tiers, and as always, I buy it, let you know what you're going to get. So let's jump in and take a look at what you get here. Now, there's a lot of individual things. We're going to go through this pretty quickly. First off, at the $1 tier, you get a cave tile set pack, a dungeon tile set pack, the decorative props pack, the snow forest tile set pack, the house and Fernies, I'm assuming that's shorthand for furniture pack, and a bunch of potion bottle sprites. Pretty straightforward $1 tier. One of the nice things is there's a pretty consistent art style through these things. This is all from the Gamedev marketplace, so you do get a consistency if you're using these in your own title. Now we're gonna jump up to the next tier, $24.92 Canadian, probably about $18 USD right now. You get bow and arrow, you get isometric tiles, you get the RPG inventory icons version 1, you get character portraits modern, you get medieval technology and skill icons, you get the RPG building houses, the RPG world grasslands, the RPG world's marshlands, the RPG world's houses and interiors. Again, the nice thing here, all in a consistent art style, and should work quite well in RPG Maker, the Godot game engine, Unity, you name it, basically, the default engine should work well with all of these assets. And then finally, we get the RPG World's Snowy Lands. So the nice thing in this mid-tier is you got a really consistent set of packs for a number of different biomes and locations there. And then we jump up to the final tier, $30.99 Canadian, which would be 25 USD. You get the Omega Modern Graphics Pack, which is a huge collection of assets around a common theme or style here. By the way, any one of these things you can drill down into to find out more about. The RPG Game 1700 Plus Icons Pack, the Medieval Fantasy Characters Pack, the Seagal 2D Character Pack, the Customizable Pixel Art Character Kit, the RPG Pixel Weapons Pack, the Winter Village Game Assets, the Tropical Island Game Assets, the RPG Character Portraits, the Medieval Skill and Ability Icons, Medieval RPG Pack, the RPG Characters in Game Boy retro style, RPG Item Set version 3, and the Swords and Shields Pack. So that is basically the asset pack as a whole. Now, as I mentioned to start things off, I always buy these, let you know what you're going to get. In this case, you get a number of different, just basically zip downloads. A lot of these, since they're just pixel art, are pretty small. Some of these portraits get up to 130 megabytes in size. Nice thing with Humble is you can download them from their server, so until you need them, you don't really even need to go ahead and download anything. You just grab it as you want it. Their servers are always pretty quick. And let's just go ahead and take a look at one of these packs. So this one's pretty big. This is a Gal 2D character bundle. I'll go ahead and download it. And there you're seeing the download speeds from Humble are quite solid. You know, I can never, max out my my connection speed by any means, but it's no slouch in that regard. Now, one of the key things you're going to want to know while that goes ahead and downloads is what license these are released under. Now, I'm going to make the assumption, I haven't actually read it this time, but the license is available right here. It is the standard Gamedev Marketplace license. So this is available. I'll have this in the linked article down below if you want to read it yourself. Generally, you can use these in multiple projects, commercial, private, whatever you want. The limitation generally boils down to you cannot redistribute them as assets. So you can't just, share a sprite pack on your thing. You need to do a derived work in this regard, but you can use them in your own commercial projects, no problem, and ship them that way. But do be sure to read the license for yourself. Again, I will have it linked down below. There have been some Gamedev marketplace-based themed asset packs on the Humble Bundle in the past, so do be sure to check, make sure that you don't already have the asset you are looking for. This one is pretty straightforward. You're gonna probably know if you have them or not. And it's nice to have this huge collection of assets on hand, and where these kind of things really shine, even if you aren't using them for your game. Again, one of the nice things here is there is a consistency to the art style, so you can use all of these packs. A lot of times with these things, you get, you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They may not look the best together. In this case, you get a nice consistency across the things. But if you have no artistic skill, when you are starting your first game out, that is very, very nice. So we're going to go ahead and open this guy up. So here you can see what you get as one example. So this is the 2D characters bundle. And you can see here, you got a number of different characters. Let's go see Chibi Ninja. Nah, let's go see the, I don't know, Fantasy Hero Knight. Will be pretty generic. So what you're seeing here is in this one, you get PNG files, which are ready to use. So you can see, oh my God, they're all broken down. A lot of subdirectors here. So here are all the idle animations for this character. So here you see character. Can I not next? I can't. All right. So there you see the various different frames that go together to create said character. In the idle animation, walk, attack, sliding, jump, fall, hurt, and die animations. So you got a number of different characters. You see here, you also have spriter files. So if you want to use animations, they're broke down. This guy can be used as a spriter animation, which is actually pretty cool. Spriter is a 2D bone-based animation system. And then finally, we get the PSD, or the Photoshop document. So if you have Photoshop installed, or like in my case, Affinity Photo, you can actually open them up in the raw document the way they were created. So you should be able to make edits to them if you want to tweak things or minorly alter them. Here, for example, is the Hero Knight. Let's move that guy over here. I don't know why that went to my off-screen monitor. There are the pieces that go together to make him. So yeah, and we break that down. It's in the weapon, head, and body category. So if you wanted to come in here and make changes to it, you can do so. You're getting the raw document as well. Now, obviously, each one of these packs is going to have slightly different things. It's kind of cool to see, like in this particular case, there is that spriter animation, but I wouldn't expect that to be on all of them, of course. And yeah, that is it. That is the bundle. So you see here, once again, it is the Humble Bundle royalty-free RPG game development assets bundle. It's been like a month since we had a Humble, so it's nice to see something. And I always like to see game asset ones here because, again, great for prototyping your work, or you know, if you happen to be making JRPG style or tile-based RPG style games, just useful in general. But there's nothing more satisfying when you're just starting out to actually work with good-looking art as opposed to programmer art. So there's definitely value there. And if you're like me, you just kind of keep adding it to the digital hoard. So again, I will have the link down below to the license if you want to check that out yourself. This is the pack. This is what you get. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.